Hello students, welcome to the channel. In this video, we will solve together the calculator section of the October 2020 US SAT. So let's begin. Question 1. What value of n satisfies the given equation? So if 2n is negative 22, then n is negative 11, option B. The ratio of trumpets to violins in a particular music classroom is 1 to 3. If there are 9 trumpets, how many violins? So 1 to 3 is 9 to x. So x is 27. 27 violins. And albedo is the amount of light reflected from a surface divided by the amount of light falling on the surface. The amount is typically measured in watts per square meter. The table shows the minimum and maximum albedos for different types of surfaces on Earth. For which of the following surfaces is the range of albedos the greatest? Okay, so 0.11 to 0.09, so that's 0.08. This is also 0.08. This is 0.12, 0.03. And this is huge. This is 0.43. So the greatest is for snow. In a desert region, the amount of sunlight falling on a surface with an area of 1 square meter is 1000 watts. Which of the following could be the amount of sunlight reflected from this 1 square meter surface? Okay, so desert region, if it's 1000 watt, then it could be anywhere between 260 to 290, right? Because minimum to maximum is, minimum albedo is 0.26 and maximum is 0.29. So that multiplied by 1000. So the value which is between 260 to 290 is option A. The table shows the distribution by breed and sex of dogs that received a vaccine from a veterinarian during the month of July. If a male dog that received a vaccine during the month of July is selected at random, what is the probability that the dog breed is Alaskan Malamute? So male dog, total number of male dogs is 10, of which Alaskan Malamute is 6. So that's 0.6. Of the following, which is the most appropriate linear model? So negative slope. So if the slope is negative, A and C are out, and positive y-intercept. So D. The area of a square is 36 square inches. What is the length of the side of a square? So that will be root 36, which is 6. The graph shows the average heart rate for 15 people before, during, and after a period of exercise. The horizontal axis shows time and the vertical axis shows average heart rate. The exercise period began at 5 minutes and ended at 15 minutes. Approximately how many minutes did it take after the exercise period ended for the average heart rate to first return to the average heart rate before the exercise? Okay, so the average heart rate before the exercise, because it began here, was about 70, right? And it came back to about 70 at the 24th minute. And exercise ended at the 15th minute. So 9 minutes is how much time it took. Markella opens a bank account that earns interest at a rate of 2% compounded annually. She puts $200 in the account when she opens it and does not make any more deposits into or withdrawals from the account for 2 years. If the amount of money in the account after 2 years is given by the expression 200 into 1.02 squared, what is the expression for the amount of money in the account after 1 year? So that will be 200 into 1.02, right? Because the formula is P times 1 plus R over 100 to the power n. So that's 200 into 1.02 to the power 1, because the number of the time period is 1 year. If 3x is 8y and both x and y are positive, which of the following is equal to 40y? So 3x is 8y. So if I multiply this by 5, I get 40y. So that should be 15x. The given equations model the number of teachers and students in a high school from 2002 through 2017. In the equations, n is the number of years after 2002, where n is a whole number less than or equal to 15. The predicted number of teachers and students are Tn and Sn respectively. Based on the models, how many teachers are predicted to be in the high school in 2017? So 2017 would mean n is 15, right? So that's 80 plus 15, 95. Which of the following is the graph of function s? So s is 1280 plus 30n. Sn is 1280 plus 30n. So yeah, so it's a positive slope, so it can't be p. It's the y-intercept is 1280. Yeah, so it has to be option A. Y-intercept is 1280 and a slope of 30, so it's a rising line. Based on the model, what is the first year in which the predicted number of teachers will be greater than 90? So that's 80 plus n. 80 plus n should be greater than 90. So n should be greater than 10. Now it starts in 2002. So the year should be greater than 2012. So 2013. Because 2002 plus 10 is 2012. So greater than that, 2013. The table above shows the masses in kilograms and lengths in centimeters of the largest known specimens of the 9 most massive types of turtles and tortoises. The mean mass of the 9 turtles and tortoises is approximately 331 kg. The mass of the Aldabra giant tortoise is closest to the mean mass, this one. Which of the following is true about the length of the Aldabra giant tortoise in relation to the median length of the 9 turtles? Okay, so let's first put the lengths in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so for 9, the median value will be the 5th value, right? So that's the green sea turtle. This is the median. So the Aldabra giant is not the median length. It is 29 centimeters longer than the median length. No, it's 10 centimeters longer. So C. Each of the box plots shown summarizes the data set. Data set A has a range of 130. From 10 to 140. This is 10 and this is 140. So range is 130. And data set B has a range of 80, from 80 to 160. If the two data sets are combined into one, what is the range of the combined? Okay, so for the combined data set, the lowest value will be 10 and the highest value will be 160. So the range would be 150. C. At the beginning of a study, the number of bacteria in a population is 150,000. The number of bacteria doubles every hour for a limited period of time. For this period of time, which equation models the number of bacteria in the population after X hours? So it doubles, right? So it starts from 150,000 and it doubles for X. So 150,000 into 2 to the power X, exponential equation, option B. If xy is a solution to the equation above, which of the following could be the values of x? So x plus 3 times x minus 7 is x minus 7. So yeah, so I can cancel these out, but x can be 7, right? Because if x is 7, then both sides become 0. Then x plus 3 is 0. So x is -3. So x can be 7 or -3. Which of the following could be the value of x? Wait, it can be 7 as well as -3, right? Oh no, this has to be 1, sorry. When I cancel out, it has to be 1. So x is -2, not -3, -2. So 7, yeah. The speed of a lightning bolt is approximately 320 million feet per second. What is the speed in yards per minute? Okay, so 320 million feet per second. Now, 1 yard is 3 feet. So 320 by 3 million, this is million, yards divided by minute. So 1 by 60 minute. So 320. So 320 into 20 million yards per minute, which is 6,400 million. Yeah. The number of students enrolled in a certain university T years after 1969 can be modeled by this function. The constant term in the function is an estimate for which of the following. So the constant term is the y-intercept, right? When t is 0, the number of students is 10,628. So it is the number of students enrolled in 1969. A company found that the average customer rating of a certain product can be used to estimate the total income from that product according to this equation, where y is the income and x is the average customer rating. Which of the following best describes the slope of the graph? So that's 44. So for every increase of 1 in the average customer rating, the estimated increase in income is $44, right? Because the slope is delta y over delta x, which is change in y for a unit change in x. So for every increase of 1 in customer rating, the estimated increase in income is 44D. How many solutions does this equation have? So we can see A1 by A2 is 2 by 4, which is 1 by 2. And B1 by B2 is 1. Since they are not equal, this will have a unique solution. So exactly 1. This is something that you need to know, the number of solutions to a system of linear equations. I will link to it in the description box. There is a video on this that I've uploaded. Okay. The graph of y is equal to rx is shown in the xy plane. If a, b, and c are positive constants, which of the following could define the function? Okay, so we have the vertex form of the equation. What is the vertex form of the equation? Y is a x minus h whole squared plus k, where h comma k is the vertex. And a determines the shape of the graph. So here, obviously, since the graph is opening downward, a is negative. So I would have to take minus a because a is a positive constant. So c and d are out. And the vertex is h comma k, which means they are both positive. So my answer would be Rx is minus a times x minus b whole squared plus c, option A. Which of the following is equivalent to this expression? Okay, so I can write the numerator as x plus root 2 into x minus root 2 because a squared minus b squared. If I write 2 as root 2 squared, then that's what this becomes, a plus b into a minus b, and x minus root 2. They cancel, so I'm left with x plus root 2, option D. Which of the following represents the positive number r increased by 5%? So r plus 5% of r, so r plus 0.05 r. So 1.05 R. What is the median of the data set summarized in the frequency table? So how many values? 1 plus 4, 5 plus 2, 7 plus 3, 10 plus 7. There were a total of 17 values. So the median will be the ninth value, right? 17 plus 1, 18 by 2, ninth value. So 1 plus 4, 5 plus 2, 7. So the ninth value is 4. So that's the median. An airplane uses approximately 5 gallons of fuel per mile flown. If the plane has 60,000 gallons of fuel at the beginning of a trip and flies at an average speed of 550 miles per hour, which of the following functions estimates the amount of fuel remaining T hours after the trip? Okay, so T hours would mean that it has traveled a distance of 550 T miles. Now, per mile, it uses 5 gallons, right? So for 1 mile, it uses 5 gallons. So for 550 T miles, it would use 550 T into 5 gallons, which is T 2750 T gallons is used. So it started with 60,000 and it used this many gallons. So how many left? 60,000 minus 2750 T, option D. For the quadratic equation shown, if the equation has no real solutions, which of the following must be true? No real solutions means the discriminant is negative, which means b square minus 4ac is negative. So small b square is 3 and 5 is c is negative. So b square minus 60 is negative. So b squared should be less than 60. Option A. Lines Q and R in the xy plane are perpendicular and intersect at the origin. If line R passes through the point 1, comma K, what is the equation of line Q? Okay, so line R passes through 1, comma K, and also it passes through the origin because that's where the two lines intersect. So the slope of line R would be K by 1. So it's K, right? So the slope of line Q will be negative 1 by K because when the lines are perpendicular, their slopes are negative reciprocals of one another. And since it passes through the origin, it has no y-intercept. So the equation is y is negative 1 by kx. Y is negative 1 by kx, B. In the figure above, circle has center O. What is the area of the shaded region? Okay, if this is 60 and these two are both radius, then this is also 60 and 60. It becomes an equilateral triangle. So area of the shaded region is area of the sector minus area of the equilateral triangle. So area of the sector is 60 by 360 into pi r squared, which is 16. And area of equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a squared and side is 4. So again, 16. So this is 6. Yeah, so then 2 3s are 6, 2 8s are 16. So 8 pi by 3 minus 4 4. So 4 root 3. Okay, let me take 1 by 3 common. So 8 pi minus 12 root 3. Because if I take 1 by 3 common, because the options are framed like that, then this 4 root 3 inside the bracket will become 12 because 12 by 3 is 4. So 1 by 3 times 8 pi minus 12 root 3, option D. A survey asked a class of 30 students how many siblings they have. The number of students who have one sibling is 3 times the number of students who have 2 or more siblings. If 6 students have no siblings, which of the following equation represents this situation? Okay, so 6 students have no siblings. So out of 30, 24 have some siblings, right? Number of students who have one sibling is 3 times. Okay, so students with one sibling is 3n and students with 2 or more is n. So then 3n plus n is 24. So 4n is 24. Yeah, 4n plus 6 is 30 because 6 have no siblings. So 4n plus 6 is 30. Okay. The scatter plot shows the percent of flights with delayed departures and the percent of flights with delayed arrivals by departing airport for 10 US airports in a certain 1-year period. A line of best fit is shown for how many of the 10 airports was the percent of flights with delayed arrivals. Percent of flights with delayed arrivals, y-axis, less than predicted by the line of best fit. Less than, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Less than that predicted means that the numbers, the dots have to be below the line. So out of those 10, 6 were such where the arrival, the percent of flights with delayed arrival was less than that predicted. Yeah, so 6 is the answer. The points in the figure shown lie in the same plane. In triangle A, if triangle ABF is congruent to triangle EDG, where A corresponds to E. Okay, so A corresponds to E, so this is also 65. And B corresponds to D, so this is also 75. And this is 40. What is the measure of angle GCF? Yeah, so in this triangle, the sum has to be 180, so this is 100. This is 100. The graph of the equation y is equal to mx plus b is shown. What is the value of m? So m is the slope. So we have 0, 2 and -2, -1, right? So 2 plus 1, 3/2, right? Slope is 3/2. Eye spot is a disease in corn that is caused by a fungus. An agricultural researcher investigated whether the presence of eye spot necessitated treatment of cornfield using fungicide. The table shows the relationship between the presence of eye spot and the need to use. According to the table, what fraction of the cornfields where an eye spot was observed needed fungicide? So eye spot was observed in 40 cornfields, and the ones which needed fungicide was 30. So what fraction? 3/4. The line graph shows the total length in miles of major commercial railroad tracks in the US from 1916 to 1976. The average rate of change of the total length of major commercial tracks in the US from 1916 to 1926 is m. What is the value of m? Average rate of change in miles per year. So there are 10 years. So 421,000 minus 397,000 divided by 10, right? 1916 to 26, yeah. So that's 0, 0, 0, 11 minus 7, 4, 11 minus 9, 2. Yeah, divided by 10. So that's 2,400. A painting crew painted a total of 20 houses in July. In August, the number of houses the crew painted was 20% more than the number of houses they painted in July. What fraction of the total number of houses the crew painted in July and August was painted in August? So in August, they painted 20 times 1.2, which is 24. So August divided by July plus August will be 24 by 44, which is 4, 6, and 4, 6/11. Yeah. A car was listed with a price of 12,000. The price decreased by P% to 9,600. What is the value of P? Okay, so 12,000 minus 9,600 divided by 12,000, right? So that's 0, 0, 10 minus 6, 4, 2,400 by 12,000 into 100, obviously. So these two zeros and this cancel. So 12, 20%, right? Okay. For the system of equations above, what is the value of the product 1 by 3 t plus 5 into 1 by 2 u minus 4? Okay, so I'm going to take 1 by 3 t plus 5 as x and 1 by 2 u minus 4 as y. So x plus y is 37 and x minus y is 19. So when I add this, 2x is 9 and 7, 16, 1, 56. So x is 28. And when I subtract 2y is 8, 1, right? Yeah, so y is 9. So what is the product? I'm supposed to find x into y, which is 28 into 9. 2 carries 7, 252. So the product is 252. Okay, let's grade this. Question 1 onwards. 1 second, I'll just pull up the answer key. BDDAC, BDDAC, 6th, DBABD, DBABD, 11th, CABCC, CABCC, 16, BDCAD, BDCAD, 21, BADCC, BADCC, 26, DABDC, DABDC, 6, 600, 1.5, 600, 1.5, 0.75, 2,400, 0.75, 2,400, 6 by 11, 20, 252. 6 by 11, 20, and 252. Okay, great. So we got all correct. Hope this helped. Hit like and subscribe to the channel to get notifications of more such videos. I've already uploaded the solutions to the no calculator section for this test, so make sure to check those out as well. I'll see you guys in a new video soon. Take care. Bye-bye.